Yeah, this obviously isn't the way we wanted our season to end, and our kids have done such a tremendous job of competing and winning all season long. And I'm proud that we put ourselves and they put ourselves in this situation. And tonight we just didn't make enough basketball plays. And the big thing is this game stinks. It stinks to lose this game. But we've got to look at the journey that we went on and the grind that we, I think, conquered, winning the league and winning a lot of basketball games. So really proud of these two and really proud of our group, our locker room. It stings right now and there, rightly so. We have very, very competitive young ladies. We'll be better because of this.
Thank you, Coach. Let's take questions for the student athletes.
To either player, on Fresno State, they came out on the first 8 points, 6 were by three-pointers. Was that sort of like setting the tone for the game where you felt you had to keep up with their threes, to stay in this game? Once they established that.
We knew that they were a three-point shooting team. We know that's part of their game. I don't know. We just knew we needed to stop that. We knew, what's her name? 33. Thompson. That shoot. I mean, they're all Farley too are looking to shoot, so we needed to stop that. I don't know what else.
Kelly, go ahead.
Kelly Lyle with the Fort Collins, Colorado. Grit, it seemed like you guys have been a little bit more tense ever since that loss at Wyoming. It doesn't seem like you guys have maybe played with the same offensive flow. Has it felt that way? And especially in this tournament, felt like maybe everybody was playing not to lose instead of just playing kind of loose and to win?
No, I don't think so. Like as we said, losing happens, and of course the loss at Wyoming, like that hurt, but it's so far back now we don't think about that. Yeah, I don't know. I thought our offense has been flowing pretty well. We just haven't made the shots we needed to make, and that's what it comes down to today.
Grit, Fresno won this tournament last year. I think they've won their conference tournament 5 out of 6 years now. Did you get a sense playing them that they were kind of used to being in this atmosphere and used to playing tournament basketball?
Fresno is obviously a good team, and they knew when to step up, and they did that today. I don't know if it comes from being used to being in a tournament, or if it's just because they had a really good day. But obviously with leadership like from Taylor Thompson and Bree Farley, like you come a long way with that.
And then you guys get it to 2 points there in the first minute of the second half, and then they kind of stretch it right back to 10 pretty quickly. Was there anything that you remember that was key during that stretch for them, or something that maybe you guys didn't do?
I just felt like every time we got a momentum, they would hit a three. That's all I remember from the game. And credit to them, like they stepped up when they needed to.
Alicia, how much, as a senior, you guys have accomplished so much this season. What does this detract from it, or does it? Where do you take out of this and going on to probably a WNIT berth now?
Yeah, like you said, we have a chance to go into the WNIT. As a senior, I mean, you're always wanting to go to the big dance, but it didn't happen today, and we have a good shot at the WNIT. We're a great team. We feed off of each other. We know how to bounce back, so we're going to do that and do our dangest to get far in the WNIT.
Grit, how much did last night's game take out of you guys? I mean, you were playing 3 overtimes. You played almost the equivalent of 2 games, and to have it such a tense situation, did you feel any ill effects of that, do you think, as a team tonight?
No, I don't. We wouldn't be a good team if we weren't able to play tonight. So I think we came ready, and we just came up short.
Alicia, do you think Fresno, with the way they play defense, is one of the perhaps maybe the toughest matchup for you guys, at least from your offensive perspective?
We have offensive threats for them. I mean, this is a championship game, and they're going to step up and defend us. And they showed up today. and we just couldn't hit our shots at times we needed them. So.
Alicia, was there a point in the game where you just kind of felt it slipping away, or did you always feel, the way this season's gone, did you always feel you were going to come back and win it? Because you guys have, as you said, found a way to win all season long.
Yeah, back at home, we were down by 11 at half. I mean, we're always fighting to get back into the game. I didn't really feel it slip away. I don't know. We just needed to hit those threes at the end, but they didn't come, so.
Anything else for our student athletes? Okay, we'll dismiss them at this time. Thank you, ladies. Questions for Coach Williams?
Ryan, just kind of looking at the season, obviously you go on that big run where I think it was 17 out of 18 you won, and then I think 3 losses in the past couple of weeks. Do you think that's just a matter of teams getting kind of the book on you and adjusting to the way you guys are playing, or what do you think happened?
Well, I don't know. It's not like you're going to win every game. I mean, it's losing does happen, like our kids said, and when it happens, I don't know if that's a big deal. I'm not going to read into that, you know, we didn't play well down the stretch. Yeah, we didn't shoot as well as we did earlier on in the year. We've been kind of a streaky team all year, and you know, we didn't shoot well. We go 5 of 22 against Utah State, and we go 5 of 21 against Wyoming. We didn't shoot well, and we still won basketball games. And it just came down to, you know, to that tonight. You know, we won almost every offensive category as far as we had 17 more shots I'm looking at. We shoot better from the foul line. We caused 18 turnovers, and we just didn't make enough baskets. We didn't shoot it. And you know, it wasn't that we didn't play good offense. We got plenty of good shots, folks. We got plenty of good shots. It just wasn't a night that they got converted at the clip they needed to get converted.
Ryan, you talked about having to remind your team in their first 2 games in this tournament to just kind of loosen up, relax, and have fun. Did you feel like they were a little tense in this tournament and tonight compared to what they've been during the course of the regular season?
You know, I don't know. I don't know if I read into that, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, they want something really bad, and maybe they squeezed a little hard, but these kids have always been ready. I mean, you don't win 25 games with this bunch, and their emotions in the, you know, pregame or our shoot-arounds, everything's the same, and it just, we haven't shot it all that well here the last couple weeks, but I don't want to credit that to being tight or anything like that. It didn't happen.
Just when you look back on everything this team has done this season, what do you take from it? You were a team that was 4 new starters, 8 new players, picked to finish 7th in this conference, win the regular season title. What do you take from it, and what comes next? Yeah,
I mean, like I said earlier, I mean, I think our kids can feel a tremendous sense of pride and accomplishment for what they did. You know, winning the regular season and winning that grind, that's pretty special for a group of new kids when you're picked to finish 7th in your league. And, you know, teams get hot for 3 games in a row, and it's not always the number 1 seed. And so that's what's tough about a night like tonight, is that you kind of seem to look at, you know, you feel very, very defeated, and you feel frustrated, and you feel like you let something slip away. And it's really important that we take a step back and look at the big picture. And that was quite a run. That was quite a journey. And I think these kids, they brought CSU basketball back to life. And we'll continue to get better. We aren't going to stand still. That's for sure. We always say onward, and we'll continue to move forward and hopefully perform really well in the WNIT.
Anything else? Okay. One more up here.
You know, they hit 10 threes, 9 from their 2 guards. Was there anything you wish you would have done differently, or just maybe hope that they didn't go in.
Just because they shot them doesn't mean that they go in. I mean, Farley was great tonight, and Thompson. I mean, those two kids made clutch shots, and they're big-time performers. We did know that. I mean, those are two seniors that stepped up and, had big-time senior moments, 50 points between the two of them. So you got to tip your hat to those performances. Those are pretty special. Yeah, give them credit. I forget your question. Ask it again, because I had a really good answer. I don't know. I mean, they made 10 threes, Sean, at Fort Collins, and they scored 47 points, I believe it was, with 10 threes. So it was. I mean, they hit big threes tonight. They just daggered our momentum. Every time we cut it to 5 and cut it to 2, here comes a big 3. And we made a couple mistakes in some defensive rotations, but Thompson she was on the attack tonight, and she drew the defense, and she hit the right kids, and they shot it with a ton of conviction. So, there's some things we would have done differently, but they made the plays. We didn't.
There one more, Kelly.
What was it they did? They seemed to be pretty effective. I mean, Sam was held scoreless, and she's not a player that happens to very often. It seemed like they were able to take away parts of her game. What was it they were doing, or was it just the size of having a 6'8" player?
Well, we've always struggled scoring on the block against Vandenberg. I mean, 6'6", 6'6", and so she, I think where we've been effective in the past is we've drawn her out and placed Sam on the perimeter, and that was effective in Fort Collins. And we just didn't shoot the ball from the perimeter as well. And Sam's a really good pick and pop kid, and just struggled is all. But it does open up the rim as well. And we did have some drives at the basket that we just didn't finish. And so they do a good job guarding, but they also give you some stuff. And what they gave us, we just didn't convert.
Okay, thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you.